I'm Patrick Delaney, and I have the pleasure and honor to be chairman of the ICCA Best Marketing Awards. And in today's podcast, we're going to look at the awards, which of course represent some of the most creative and impactful marketing awards in our global community, through the lens of a very important group is our judging panel. And I'm particularly happy to have an old friend and a judge who's been with our competition for quite a number of years, and that's Jane Vong Holmes. And Jane, you're senior manager at Gaining Edge for Asia, and you've been a judge now for a number of years, so you know the process. We'd like to talk about the whole process behind how people apply, what judges are looking for, and maybe we look at some misconceptions that some of our viewers out there might be thinking about their own projects and how they might or might not fit into our competition. So you're very welcome, and thank you for agreeing to do this. Theme for this year is Impact and Imagination, where creativity meets strategy. From a judge's perspective, what does that theme mean in practice when you're looking at applications?
First of all, I think that this year's theme is the personification of what the Best Marketing Awards are. Because it talks about not just about creativity, but it also talks about strategy, because you need a strategic framework. And last but not least, it talks about results, success. So why have a marketing campaign if you do not have well-defined goals or ways to measure whether or not you move the needle? So I think this year's theme is so apt and really personifies the whole spirit of the Best Marketing Award.
So we're going to be able to capture some really good programs out there, some good campaigns, if they meet that criteria. And I love the way you framed the intent, creative, right through the measurement, which and the impact. So, and all of those criteria, Jane, they're clearly enunciated on our website, aren't they, in terms of what criteria you should be measuring against?
All down to the big why. Why are you doing this? And how are you going to do it? It's the innovation and the creativity. Whether or not what is your success is also part of it. The success rate is one of the criteria. And although these, in the criteria for the judges, it's 60% of the points received. They form a very strong core for how we judges, assess the entries.
The extra piece is how the story is told, the communication element, because you can have a great campaign, great statistics, but if you're not able to impart that story, tell what you're trying to achieve, then it's not as effective as it should be.
And that is also one of the 5 criteria, the communications. And for us judges, I see the applicant, they have to go through 2 levels of communications. First, they need to get past the gatekeepers, and that's us, the judges, the Gomorrah guards. So we have to be impressed at how they are communicating their message. It has to be clear, it has to be concise, it mustn't have any chaos or any clutter. So once you are convinced, then they are finalists, and then they go to another level, which is trying to communicate to the audience on the presentation day. And that's a tough audience, I would say, because the Best Marketing Awards is all about, the best in the best. So the audience is very discerning, and they would expect, very clear communications. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Communications is so important.
And really what we're doing is we're replicating what we all do every day in terms of we're pitching for congresses, we're pitching for business. So it's not something that our members are not more than capable of doing. So that may be one of the misconceptions that are out there, and I'd like to examine some of those with you, because some companies might say, oh, we've only got a small campaign or small budget, or this is not a destination campaign, this is for a specific Congress. In terms of some of those misconceptions, help our audience understand that the campaign is open to all creative and effective campaigns.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. this campaign is for everybody. Any organization can apply to be put their application in for Best Marketing Award. And it doesn't mean that it must be a big campaign. Small is just as good, but what is important is, in my opinion, how effective it is. Yeah, how effective it is, and also whether or not it fits the purpose of doing it. So, and the one misconception I feel sometimes is we get confused, we being the applicant, can get confused between a promotional effort or a marketing effort, because promotion is kind of very tactical, it's very short-term, quick results, whereas marketing is more a long-term strategy. That's why strategy is an integral part of this year's theme. So, the applicant, I feel, needs to be quite sure that this is truly a marketing campaign rather than just a promotional effort.
And obviously it needs to be in the business events area, which often comes from consumer campaigns that have evolved to fit that sector. I love it. So very clear about the intent, the why, the creative response, the process, the results, and then the communication. So you're looking for all of those touch points. I mean, I've always stressed the fact that there's a value of just putting in the application, because you get a chance to bring your team together, recognize the good work you're doing. But let's say, is there any other values to making an application?
Absolutely. We are in the business events industry, the convention industry, and we know that you can't win every bid that you do. So you learn each time. So there's only one winner in the Best Marketing Awards, only one winner. But it's not a winner takes all situation. The finalists or the applicants, we learn from our mistakes. We observe what the others are doing, how they are doing it. And the great thing is there's an archive of all the finalist entries and the winning entry. So, they can go in, look at it, adapt, to your own situation. So you learn. So there's no shame in not winning, but you've got everything to gain from learning.
So if I'm got a good campaign in my own mind anyway, are there any supports out there to help me through the process? Because it can be very intimidating, and many of us in truth don't appreciate, because we're so close to our own work. So yes. What supports are there from ICCA in order to help me make a good application?
Yes, I think you are voicing the sort of the little concerns of many, because sometimes they may not be sure whether they're on the right track. Is this what I'm doing? Am I reading the criteria correctly and all that? But there is support. The ICCA has the Best Marketing Awards team, and all they need to do is to reach out.
And you will get a mentor.
And you will get somebody to assist you, a mentor, to tell you, yes, this is maybe the way you should go. Because, to put in an application for BMA, it takes a lot of effort, I say. It's a prestigious award. You want to show off your best. Sure. So you want to get it right from the very beginning. Sure. So, reach out to get some guidance, to be sure you're on track. And the other thing I would say is perhaps have a critical self-assessment. And you can do that so easily by looking at the criteria to make sure that you are actually ticking the boxes. If you can't tick one box, then something is not quite there yet.
When you're framing your application, filter it through those criteria, ask the ICCA for a mentor, and I believe all of the mentors are past winners, so they know what judges are looking for, and they're very good at guiding you.
They will guide you.
And do you have one final piece of advice for all our listeners out there, our viewers?
My final piece of advice is, if they have ticked all the boxes, they're feeling good, they're feeling confident, just do it.
Do it, and do it now. Now, Jane, I know that the final entry comes in in August the 29th, or certainly around the end of August. But if you're planning, would your advice be don't wait until then? Apply now immediately, gives you time to have the mentorship and polish your entry. So don't wait.
Don't wait.
Okay.
Just do it. Don't wait. And if they don't make it this time, hey, that's next year.
Just like a Congress where we pitch for the next year. Don't wait, just do it now. Thank you so much, Jane.
Thank you for having me.